Greetings everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining me on my corner today. So I will be making some soap today, green tea cucumber. I have weighed out all of my oils. I have my colorants here. I have colorants in here, so it's going to be a darker green, well, not really dark, but two shades of green, one really, really light and one a little bit darker. And this is going to be green tea cucumber. So I have my oils, I have my shea butter there, I have my lye water all mixed out already. It's just, here we go, waiting to cool down a little bit. And I'm going to mix up my oils. Rake up the shea butter. So we all know that I am on my corner. I hope you guys liked my my 3 videos that I made on dry skin and dehydrated skin. If you haven't watched that video, please go back and look for it. It's really good tips on what you can do, on knowing first of all the difference between dry skin and dehydrated skin, and then on some tips on what you can use and do to help alleviate dry skin and dehydrated skin. Alright, I think it was 3 different videos if I'm not mistaken. I just want to break up this shea butter. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the color that's in here. It's a really, really light green. And that's the color that I want to keep it. There's white and a little bit of my apple green in here. Shimmering apple green. And I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it is pouring outside. Or at least it was pouring. So all the cars that are driving by is making this really loud noise. So I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's quite loud outside today. Alright, so I'm going to add my lye water. So I haven't been making soap for a minute. So I haven't made soap for like a couple of weeks. I don't know if you guys can hear my daughters in the background. They're loud as ever. No matter how many times I tell them, oh, I'm filming, keep it down. They don't keep it down. They just do what they want to do. So I record with them in the background. What are you going to do? So I went to the park today to pick some goldenrod. I'm going to be making some goldenrod soap. My daughter's so funny. She was helping me film. She kept doing some craziness. I was like, no, you can't do that. She's like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to film. She's funny. That's a funny little lady. I tell you. Anyway. She's filming sideways. It's trip. Okay, I'm going to mix this up. See, it's a nice white with a slight green hue to it, but it's not as dark as I want it to be. So I'm going to add a little bit more because I definitely want it to look a light green. I don't want it to look like it's white. I definitely want it to look like a light green. So we're just going to add a little bit more. I don't know how many of you were able to make it out to the Lock Festival that I had not too long ago. That was a really nice festival. The first time I heard about it, the first year I should say I heard about it, that was before it was COVID stuff. I didn't get a chance to win. I didn't even get a chance to go and check it out. I just heard from people that it was a pretty nice festival. So I was like, I gotta make sure I go next year. So that was my goal. And then COVID hit and they didn't have it last year. And then, things started to open up this year. And voila, Block Festival. Really nice. They did a really good job with the planning. Didn't have any problems with any setup or any issues with the vendors being in the wrong spot and all that good stuff. It wasn't a really big event, but it drew a nice crowd. And they had a lot of different activities going on. So they had a panel that was talking about natural hair and natural living and health. They had a bit of a hair fashion show. It was a hair and clothing fashion show. They had some dance acts, and they also had a singer. Oh, he was really good, actually. I liked him. And it drew a nice crowd, and the crowd that came out were definitely supportive of the businesses, so the sales were decent. It was a really nice crowd. The only thing I would say is to let more people know about it, and the more people that know about it that come out, I think they really would have enjoyed that festival. All right, so I'm ready to add my fragrance. You know what I forgot to do? I was supposed to. That's okay. I'll use this. I don't usually use this one because it's actually not the right size. Huh. Oh, Lord. I just made a big mess. Okay. Let me get a paper towel. I didn't mean to add all of that to here, by the way. But as you see, I did. Because I spilled it all over. But I'm just going to drop a little bit in here because I normally do, I'm just going to do a little, do my other, I'm normally using a different measurer. And the other one is actually a little bit bigger. It measures the proper amount of fragrance that I need. But that is okay. So yeah, I had a really nice time at that festival. Very, very nice time. I'm gonna mix this in. I actually did not need to add fragrance in there. I don't know what I was thinking. I forget that I hadn't separated it out. So that actually is going to have a little bit too much fragrance. Hi. Anyway, we are going to, okay. So we're going to do a nice swirl. Get our stick. Mix it up with our stick first. Make sure not a whole bunch sitting at the bottom. And then we will use our stick blender. Might have made this a little bit too full. I think when I stick my stick blender in there, it might overflow. We'll see. Alrighty. This is not going to take too much time. I'm going to do in the mold swirl with this. The air out of the bottom. going to do is just scrape this off, and then I'm going to use this same stick blender and put it back inside there just to give that a little bit more color, because it's looking a little bit more white than I would like for it to look. So we can transfer some color from here on that side. So this soap is going to be green tea cucumber. Not going to be, it is green tea cucumber. And we're going to do an in the mold swirl. So we're not going to swirl it in the pot. We're just going to put it straight in the mold. And then we're going to swirl it. Let's get this out of the way. I'm going to put this here. Clean this space up. My soap. Right there. Alright, so we're going to start with a little green on the bottom. These are some new beakers that I got. They're not beakers. I got them because they had the little swirly spout that I like. Just makes for a more direct pour. Save some of that. Do the last of this. Oops. Scrape out the last. Pour it in. So guys, this is it. This is my green tea cucumber. I'm not going to mix this. How it drops is how it's going to be designed. So that's going to be the end of the mixing. Just the mixing that happens as I drop it into the mold. And then, that's it. I'll texture the top. And voila, our soap is done. Green tea cucumber is quickly becoming a favorite amongst a lot of my customers. So if you're in Brooklyn during the week and you want to catch me, you can catch me out on Flatbush near Erasmus Hall High School. That's where I vend. And I have to, I'm not there every day, but I have to make a more scheduled schedule. So you'll know exactly what days. I don't know if that'll happen, but I will try. We'll see. I'm not making any promises, but you can always call me first and find out if I'm there. But more than likely, if it's weather permitting, if it's a good day out, I will be out there vending on Flatbush, of course, from Erasmus Hall High School. There we go, guys. This is your green tea cucumber. Let's use this. Clean off this top. Clean up the table and the side of the mold. So we're gonna bang this down, and then we're gonna allow it to solidify a little more, and we'll texture the top. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.